Entries from as far afield as Hong Kong and South Africa descended on cows for the 10th edition of this biennial regatta. The Rolex Commodores Cup is for teams comprising 3 boats in different IRC rating bands, with the boats ranging in size from 35 to 45 foot. Teams are national, with 50% of the crew coming from the country they represent. Boats are made up of mainly Corinthian crews, with only 1 or 2 professionals allowed on each boat. This year 10 teams are competing, with the largest contingent coming from France, who are fielding 4 teams. GBR has 3 teams, and Hong Kong, Ireland and South Africa have 1 each. The Irish usually make a good start in this regatta, and this year's event was no different. The 3 Irish boats began with a win in every class, and followed that up with 2 firsts and a second in race 2. On day 2, Class 1 leader, the Irish entry Antics, skippered by Anthony O'Leary, slipped from her perfect scoreline, with France Blue's Class 1 boat Codium giving her a run for her money. She scored 2 bullets, but it wasn't enough to take the overall lead. France Blue ended the day in 3rd overall, with GBR Red in 2nd. In Class 2, it was GBR Red, Peter Rutter's Grand Soleil 43, Quokka 8, who took 2 bullets, ahead of France Blue's Coupe de Cour and Ireland's Mariners Cove.ie. In Class 3, Primetime won the first race for France Yellow, while Robert Davies' Roxy 6 took the second win for the Irish. But it was France Blue that came to form, with the X40 Goa claiming second in both of the day's races. Tuesday saw the teams compete in a long offshore race. It was Christopher Opilock skippering Rockall 3 for Hong Kong who took line honours and won Class 3 by almost an hour on corrected time. France White's Gaia took second, with GBR Red's Premier Flair in 3rd. In the big boat class, Simon Henning's Far 45 Alice 2 finished the long race 4 minutes astern of Rockall 3 and took the class win by an hour and a half on corrected time, from the Irish big boat Antics in 2nd. The Irish took the win in the mid-size fleet 2 by 3.5 minutes from Hong Kong's Blondie 4, skippered by Anthony Day. Day 5 saw the Irish continue their winning ways, with both the Class 1 and Class 3 boats winning their class. In Class 1, Antics took the win, ahead of France Yellow's Ines Moore, who'd had their best day of the regatta, making it a Kerr 39 1-2 in the big boat class. In Class 2, it was the GBR white boat La Réponse, owned by Rolex Commodore Andrew McIrvine and Peter Morton, which took the win by 2.5 minutes. GBR Red's Quokka 8 took second, with the Irish entry in 3rd. Friday saw the fleet sailing anti-clockwise around the island, and Antics took another win for the Irish, with France Yellow's Ines Moore in 2nd. It was a good day for the French, and Class 2 was won by France Blue's Coupe de Cour, with the top 4 spots in Class 3 also taken by the French, with the win going to France Yellow's A35 Primetime. The final day of the competition saw a single inshore race that scored double points. After 6 days of racing, the Irish team were in good shape to take the trophy, but the final podium positions remained wide open, with 8.5 points separating second-placed Hong Kong from France Blue in 3rd. The final day dawned grey and overcast, and the wind against tide conditions caused a lumpy Solent. The Irish Class 1 boat Antics had a collision with a French boat during the first start and had to carry out a penalty turn, but she sailed well to recover and take second. Typical of her scoreline this week, which has never featured a result lower than second. The Class 1 South African boat, the landmark 43 Wind Power, took her first win of the week in the final race. This is the first time South Africa have entered the competition, and although Wind Power scored the team's only win of the week, the team finished 7th overall. Wind Power finished 5th overall in Class 1. Alice 2 managed to take second in Class 1 in the final race, despite sailing the last beat with her spinnaker flying from the top of her mast after it caught in the water as they approached the leeward mark with a wind gusting 35 knots. In Class 2, it was David Dwyer's marinerscove.ie that took the win for the Irish, ahead of France Bleu and Hong Kong. Class 3's final race was won by Hong Kong's Rockall 3, with the Irish boat Roxy 6 in second and France Blue's Goa in third. Ireland won the 2010 Rolex Commodores Cup trophy, with Hong Kong in second and France Blue in third. The GBR Red team finished 5th overall. The Sevenstar Round Britain and Ireland race set off on Monday afternoon. 30 fully crewed yachts, representing 7 countries, started the 1,802 nautical mile race, which will take up to 11 days to complete, with the race record being just over 7 days. The boats were sent to the east to avoid the worst of some bad weather over the west of Ireland, and you can follow their progress on the website.